Greetings and salutations, and we are back with the Road to Japfest episodes of the GC8 track car build. Now, in the last episode, we brought some new parts from some old friends that featured in the previous videos. We got an awesome exhaust, we got some drop links, and we got them all fitted to the car. However, upon test driving the car, we realised there was smoke coming from the engine. I was gutted. So in this episode, we start triaging those faults, taking stuff apart in order to isolate the issue. The only problem is we've run out of budget, so we have to do everything ourselves. Find out what we get to in this episode and stay with us on our Road to Japfest. This episode is going to be crazy. But before we get into today's video, we always give a shout out to the top comments from the last video. And the first comment goes to planet_MR2, who says, "Deep breath and count to 10. Enjoying the trials and tribulations of this build. The car does sound good though." Thank you so much. He shares my pain. But the reassurance is always appreciated. And the next top comment, because we're shouting at two in this episode, goes to I Like Galaxy Bars, who said, "The smoke is probably a leaking rocker cover gasket. Keep the videos coming." Well. It's funny you should say that. All will be revealed in the up-and-coming episodes. And if you want to get in on the action and get a shout out in the next video, remember to comment, like, share and subscribe. Right, let's get on with the video. Guten Tag, ich heiße BiggieJDM. Ich wohne in Nottingham mit meinen Seefreunden. Wenn ich älter, habe ich nach Nürburgring geflogen mit meinen Freunden. Das Auto, ja, sehr gut. Hey, it's BiggieJDM here, back with another video. Now, if you remember when I was driving the GC8 on a little trip to see how it performed, something started smoking from the engine bay, right? And if you remember, I kept having that problem with it not performing at high speeds. Well, I did some investigation, and the smoke initially is coming from the turbo area. Round here. So you can see the turbo, you can see the wastegate, you can see the way the turbo connects onto sports cat. Now, I believe the turbo's gone. That's what I think is happening. So when I'm at high speeds, it's struggling to maintain high speeds. There's smoke coming from the exhaust, and it's having all the characteristics of a blown turbo. I don't hear like the turbo spooling, it's making a noise. I don't hear any kind of pressure building up from the dump valve either. So I think my intuition tells me it could be the turbo. However, there's a problem. We've run out of funds. Like, I don't have any funds left. I don't have any budget left for this car. Like, I've still got the 350 and, you know, other projects in the pipeline. So what do I do other than do it myself? I'm going to try and do it myself. That's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to try get this turbo off. I think I've got spare turbos in the shed or somewhere. I think I have a spare turbo somewhere, I think, from my last blob, because on my last blob I had a front entry TD05 built up, and I kept that old turbo, and I know that turbo was fine. So I'm going to try dig that out. I don't know where it is, and then start stripping it down. I saw a YouTube video, I've seen it done so many times. There's no reason why I can't do this myself. So I'm going to have a go. Wish me luck. Right, stay with me from this video. It's going to be fun. It may not all be in one video, I might not all do it today, but I'm going to do it. That's it. There's nothing else I can do. I don't have any more budget left, so let's go. So initially, the car is at a place where I can just leave it for maybe until the end of summer. I'm not saying it's going to take me to the end of summer, but I've got stuff to do. So I believe I can do this. So what I think I need to do, first of all, is go find the turbo. Secondly, battery off, intercooler off, and then that'll probably expose that area, the turbo area, where I need to be. Now, one thing I need to do is I need to get the bolts off this downpipe. A good thing about getting bolts off the downpipe is not the original cat that's on it, and I know if it was the original cat, those bolts would be seized rock solid to get off the car. And I know recently I've just had that downpipe fitted on, something I should have done myself really. I just wanted it now, you know what it is. I want to go, I've got some new parts, I want to fit it now. But yes, I could have done it myself, so what I'm going to do is just doing it before. I can take an engine out, I've done it before on the blob. I did. Right, so there's no reason why I can't take the turbo off this and do it myself. So what I think, I need to undo the bolts on that turbo and then undo the bolt for the downpipe which links onto the center section. Oh god, and this is a thing, this is why I need a ramp. Now if I had a ramp, these things would be so much easier, but I don't, and I don't have a garage and I don't have the means to get a ramp, so jacking it up and put it on axle stands is going to be the way forward. So going back to this turbo now, I believe if I take off that intercooler, so it's going to be this pipe here which takes it to the boost, take off the water pipe, take off the oil feed, and then those 3 bolts down here where it attaches to the up pipe. You know, the more you do it and the more you see some stuff, like the more you kind of get an understanding of how engines work. And once you do it in your head, the way I process it, right, is that if I can work it out in my head, I can do it for real life. Like if I work it out in my head, I can do it in real life. Like that's how I work things out, but I need to work it out in my head first. So this connects to the up pipe, and then as long as everything comes off nice and neatly, and then you got that coolant pipe there, that's like here, that's a coolant pipe there. I'm going to lose coolant, but I've got coolant. And then there's that pipe there which goes on to the wastegate, and that wastegate goes to the induction pipe. So I think I can do it. I think I can. I'm sure I can. I know I can. Even if it takes me a little longer. So I've already sprayed up those bolts with WD-40 a while ago, so I'm going to just try snap them off and see how that one goes. I've got tools. Let's give it a shot. Right, let's actually give it a shot. It might not be all today, it might just space it out in the space of a few days, but I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, let's go. Right, so I found these 2 turbos in the shed, 2 TDA4 turbos. Now, I don't know which is the one that I took off the last blob, because I know that was brutal. That was brutal. I know it was a TDA5, but well, that moved. That did move. Both are covered in cobwebs, great. This one looks a bit old, a bit worn, just looking at the return pipes here. Both of them aren't the best, but this one looks like it's been in the shed for longer. So I think that might have been off the old one. I don't know. And I wouldn't have cut the water pipe like that. I wouldn't have cut that water pipe off. Or oil feed return, oil return. That's an oil return pipe. That is definitely the oil return pipe. Because I know, because the gasket is like that. We can buy off eBay. Has this got an oil return on it? No, it hasn't, but the gasket's there. So maybe take the oil return pipe off that and put it on here. But I don't want to put it on without a fresh gasket on. Maybe I can make one from a cereal box. It's whether they're going to work or not. That's the thing. I don't know. This spin seems to spin all right. There's no play. There's no play in the shaft. I don't know. Oh, that's rain. I need to go in. If that is part of this or not, I don't know where it goes. I need to do a bit of research. Or, oh no, this might go like that. This might go like that, but that's broken. I don't have a bung for it, so maybe take the one off the other one. So I think this is a bit more of a complete turbo, and I just pray it works, because yeah, I'm going to try put this on. I don't know how to clean them or service them. There's some professionals that do, but like I said, I haven't got a budget. I guess that clamp comes off and you just clean in the inside. I don't know how it all works. that's a bit more of an engineering job than I'm willing to do at this moment in time. I'm just going to give it a face clean, but other than that, I'm going to put this one back in the shed unless I need to get the oil return pipe off it, which is not on here currently, and then just go from there. The actuator is not on this one, which obviously opens and closes the turbo, as you can see. That's what the actuator does. When you push the accelerator and the turbo kicks in, it pulls the actuator. So when people want it to go faster, want it to boost faster, they tighten they tighten the actuator. They just take off this clip there and tighten the actuator and go from there. So when it pulls, like when the actuator pulls, when it's boosting in it, the flap opens at the bottom. So, you know, I just hope it all works. I hope it works. Oh, that's been taken off, so I'm just going to go with this one. I'm just going to go with this one just for now. Put this one back in the shed. Let's go. Right people, so what we've done is we have removed the intercooler and the piping, and then we've started on the turbo to downpipe bolts, and I've managed to get 4 of them off. However, there's one underneath that is a bit tricky, the one that's right underneath here. I don't know if you can see it if I put the GoPro there, right down there. I thought you had to go from underneath the car, but I think there's a way to get to it by putting a 14mm spanner, ring spanner, that way, crossways. So I'm going to remove the gearbox dipstick and then try and get it on there and just press down and see where I go. So that's what I'm doing now. Once that's off, I've jacked the car up, and then what I need to do is undo the downpipe bolt to get, which will then free up the downpipe for the turbo. Obviously I undo that lambda sensor. Once that's done, then I should be able to get access to the full turbo and start taking it out. Like, I've undone the water pipe, but I don't want to fully undo it without, because coolant's going to go everywhere. So I'm going to just take it bit by bit slow. I might stop for a minute, get some breakfast, and then start again. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. So next job is to get that bottom bolt out from the turbo. That's what we're doing now in a minute. I'm having no joy, so I think I'm going to have to go from underneath the car. I'm going to take that side wheel off and go from it that way, so I can get it off. I will get it off, but it's just going to take a bit of time. I don't have a ramp, so right, I'm going to get something to eat and then come back out and go again. Yeah, let's go. Right, so back again, had a bit of a break, did some work, now we're back in again. So when we left off, we're trying to get that bottom bolt off the turbo. However, I can't get it off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that wheel off, okay, and then go into it from underneath there and see if I can put a spanner in there and snake it off. Right, we'll see how it goes in a minute. Right, so finally got the turbo off. It's a bit dark now, so this, I think this is what's gone. Oh, this is what's gone. However, I've just snapped the boost pipe. This pipe here is snapped on the end of here, so I'm gonna have to find a replacement now, or something to join it on with. Fun times, eh? I might have to go back to Eddie, but yes, this is it. I think this is faulty. I think this is gone. I don't know. There's no play in it. I don't know. I'm hoping it is wrong. It better be wrong. Better be dead. Right. In the next video, I'm going to put the other turbo back on it. So we're going to see. I'm going to see how, if this or isn't faulty or not. So there doesn't seem to have any cracks in it. I don't know. I'm going to take it off and build it up. So we're going to see how this one goes. Alright, see you in a minute. In the next episode, we overlook something critical, and that means going out of our comfort zone and making a crucial business decision. Find out what that is in the next episode. You do not want to miss what's about to come next. See you then.